Hello everyone, welcome back to the third lesson of this beginner drumming mini-series. In this lesson, we will learn how to play 3 simple drum fills that any beginner can play. Before we learn our first fill, we're going to learn what a 16th note is. If you watched my previous video, you know what an 8th note is. While a 16th note lasts half the amount of time an 8th note lasts, which means that you can play 2 16th notes in the space of 1 8th note. That means that there will be 16 16th notes in one bar. The first fill we're going to play is the fill that every beginner drummer first learns. It sounds like this. Now to play this fill, we're going to play in 16th notes, 4 notes in the snare drum, 4 notes on the first tom, 4 notes on the second tom, and 4 notes on the floor tom, which adds up to 16 notes in total. It should sound like this. The second fill we're going to learn is another classic fill, and it's super easy for beginners. This fill sounds like this. To play this fill, we're going to play in 16th notes, 2 notes on the snare drum. One of them is accented. Accented notes mean that you play louder than the other notes. So it will be 2 notes on the snare drum with 1 accented note. Then after that, we're going to play 1 note on the first tom and 1 note on the snare drum. Then we're going to play 2 notes on the snare drum. The first one is accented. And to finish it off, we're going to play 1 8th note on the floor tom. So this should last twice as long as the other notes, like this. This is what it should sound like when you put it all together. If you play it in a beat, it'll sound like this. The third and final fill is a bit harder than the other fills, so I advise you to take your time with this one. The fill sounds like this when played. This is how you play it. The fill alternates between the snare drum and the bass drum. We first play 2 notes on the snare drum, both are accented, and then we're going to play 2 notes on the bass drum. Then we're going to repeat this. We're going to play 2 notes on the first tom and 2 notes on the bass drum. It should sound like this all together. Then it's going to switch around for a little bit. We're going to play 2 notes on the second tom and 1 note on the bass drum. Then we're going to repeat that on the floor tom. So 2 notes on the floor tom and 1 note on the bass drum. Altogether, it should sound like this. And then the last note is the snare drum, which is 8th note. So it will last twice as long as the other notes you played. When you put all these elements together, it should sound like this. And if you incorporate it in a beat, keep in mind, you can orchestrate this any way you want around the drum kit. Orchestration is where you play the notes on the drum kit. You don't have to always play the notes on the exact same drums that I do. You can always switch it around. For example, on the third fill, I could switch around the toms for cymbals. This can create so many different and unique ideas. So don't stick to the same fill over and over again. Try and switch it up a little to make it more interesting. I hope you enjoyed this third lesson of my mini-series, and I wish you have a nice day. Please like and subscribe to not miss out on another mini-series episode, and I'll see you next time.